Okay, in this video, it's part 2 of site analysis, so we are going to get into the next set of tools. If you did not watch part 1, make sure you do. We cover Google Earth and how to use its project tools in that video, as well as how to set up our Google Slide. So here we're going to get into Google Maps and perhaps the Windrose, SunCalc, and National Map if there's time in this video. If it becomes lengthy, we'll divide that up into further parts. So here I have my presentation open from the first video of Google Earth. So we found our project location for a marina. I pointed out that north facing up on this map, however north is to the left on these two, so I'd want to make sure I make a note of that later. Excuse me. And this is a little bit of a 3D of the surrounding area. And then here we point out where this hotel is, where our project location is going to be, and some different routes, yellow being the existing, purple being the proposed new pedestrian pathway to our marina. Now that we have that, we're going to go over to Google Maps. So from our website, if you click on that link, it takes us to Google Maps. And what I did then on the slides, we found our project location in the first video, and we're going to go and paste that in on Google Maps to find it here. So here we found it, and so this creates a nice map for us, and we're going to capture one with all of these labels, and then we're going to also try and capture a clean one, and then we'll also capture a satellite, which is very similar to what Google Earth was showing. So here we're going to use a snipping tool or any other screen capture program that you have for a Chromebook or a web book. And here now that I have this, I'm just going to go and copy it or save it and drag it into my Google Slides. Create a new blank slide, paste that in, Control-C to paste. So now here we have our Google map, and I would want to mark on there where exactly our project location is, which is just underneath this water treatment plant and near this parking lot. And so it's right inside here is where my project location is. On Google Slides, I could just take a shape, hold down Shift, and I can start to annotate this map. Arrow keys, maybe scale it down a little bit. If I hold down Shift while I scale it, it'll be better. And I can make that transparent with a red border, and I like to do like a thickness of 3. And now I have like my project location. I can always throw text on there. And this is how you can quickly annotate your maps. On a slide. So there we go, project location. The actual map itself, we can do some quick adjustments here just with Google Slides. So we can drop down the contrast or up the contrast. We can change the brightness on it. I usually leave most of that the same. If you want to up transparency, it'll make it more faded. If you want to make the text and the annotations stand out a little bit more, that's one way to do it. You can also recolor the map. So we could go with like a gray or a darker if you want to make it look a little bit more artistic. And so now we'll make another slide, and let's see what else other kind of graphics we can gather here from Google Maps. And so usually we can edit what's being shown. So let's say we wanted to talk just about transit on this map. Looks like it's not really popping up many, so not much transit around. Bicycling, here's some bicycle routes. So this might be important for our site analysis. We can see that there's a bicycle route that dashed here. Bicycle friendly roads are dashed. Dedicated lines. So there's a whole key here that I would want to capture if I go to capture this. Also note that there's a scale in Google Maps down at the bottom. I usually like to capture that in my screenshot as well, in case we ever need to bring this map into, let's say, SketchUp or another CAD program. We can make it larger or smaller than when we bring it in and get it to the exact size in real life. So I'm going to go to New, and here, this is one that's going to be with bike trails. And so I'm going to copy it, and in my site analysis I'm going to paste that in, and then I want to label this as bike trails, and so it's going to go and create a label. So now if I was concerned about bike trails in the area, which maybe I am, for this it's a marina, we want to make it like pedestrian friendly, so maybe there's something that's nearby that's like a big tourist destination, and they might want to bike from that tourist destination over to the marina and back. I might want to incorporate something like that in my marina, maybe some nice bicycle racks. Right here we see that our information, I'm going to copy and paste that over here. You know, we can see that it's close to and we kind of get it here with this marker too, right? 13 Reservation Road. We can see that's very close to these bike paths, and so the state beach could connect to this marina via bike paths. That's actually a really fortunate thing for our project, and so definitely something to consider when designing the architecture. So that's Google Maps. So now the windrows diagram, which I think I need to link in there, so I'll have to do that on a separate video. So this will just be part 2, and then on part 3 I'll go through windrows, SunCalc, and the geographic national map.